First question is from Mr. Rahul Bhargava from IEEE, and his question is how to stress test virtually to identify the points of failure for particularly batteries.
So what I understand is, battery stress test to do a kind of validation in the virtual environment. There are a lot of tools available in the market, specifically as a part of electromobility accelerator solution that we deliver. We can do 1D simulation for various battery parameters. So we do have ready-made electric powertrain library and the battery libraries. When I say libraries, these are nothing but the virtual test bench. So depending upon the vehicle level requirements, say for example, what kind of vehicle it is, what's its overall weight, curb weight, and what is the gradability, what would be the drive cycle for that particular vehicle, and different loads, you can arrive at a sizing of different components, which includes battery as well. Okay, so these are the first in what we call it as energy specifications for battery calculation. Okay, so once you have those parameters, you can go to one level below, wherein you can do various simulations. Say for example, specifically for a NEDC cycle, number of NEDC cycle, how much is the heat generated for given battery cell. Now, one important topic here is most of the time battery chemistry and battery parameters are not made available to the startups or to the OEMs. Okay, because these battery cell parameters are studied by battery manufacturers, and they seldom share these data to the customer. So in that case, definitely we do have certain provisions wherein, based on the battery chemistry, you can arrive at certain calculations wherein you can create an equivalent RC model of your circuit, and you can basically study the charging discharging behavior of your battery. Also you can study the thermal parameters, and third part is you can study the aging, which is cyclic and cylindrical. It's a topic in itself, which has got a lot of details. If required, we can have a separate session on this particular topic.
Is the simulation software available at component level, say for electronic components and for sub assemblies like motor from design to manufacture?
Yeah. So, so the definitely simulation applications are available for component level analysis. Uh, so the example that you have used is of motor, right? So if I talk about motor, there are multiple simulations that needs to be done for motor, say, and which comes from multi-physics basically. So for example, in order to understand the behavior and overall efficiency of your electric machine, you need to do electromagnetic simulation, right? You need to understand the electric flux around your rotor and stator, and how they are interacting, and what would be the overall efficiency of the that particular electric machine. Apart from that, there would be other studies like, as I mentioned, noise and vibration. Then there would be studies related to the durability of your electric machines. So all those simulations can be done on the applications that we deliver on 3D Experience platform.
It's from Nitin Shrotri, and he's asking how much is the typical product development cycle duration for a totally new electric two wheeler, and how can it be compressed to make it faster? Any quick thoughts on that?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, Nitin, as you know, well, typically the traditional OEMs take anything from 1 year to 18 months for a new vehicle launch. And as we all have been talking, that the key is to shrink this timeline somehow and come for a quick model change, quick new launch kind of business model. And the only way to do is use of these simulation tools, we call it digital twin, strategy where instead of going for a hardware driven prototype or mock-up, we do it virtually. And one thing I feel is that, you know, still the virtual reality platforms have not been used as much as they should be, and they are very, very, you know, powerful technologies and tools. So using these technologies, I think it is possible to reduce it. Personally, I feel to below 1 year, you know, I would be very happy to see, and I think it's possible. Another thing is that you know, the simulation tools of like Dassault has, and you know, these are modern technologies, and these are leveler technologies. You know, these can be accessed from anywhere in the world. You can have a collaborative approach. You can have people working, different teams working on different systems with suppliers, with even marketing teams, etc. So it doesn't have to go sequentially at all, and that is how you reduce the timelines. And that is the key. You know, use the power of this technology to reduce your you know, development times.